And we're live. Hi, everyone. Hi. Look at everyone on YouTube.
Xander, you saying hi? You want to say hi?
Look at everybody on the screen.
Look at everybody on the screen. Say hi, everybody. How are you today? Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry to be late. We are actually just coming from out of another session, but it was a good session. That was our homestead group. So thank you so much for standing by and waiting on us. Xander, say hi, say hello, say good afternoon. Looking at the comments, you will soon be reading all these comments. Okay? Hi, Anthony. Lisa Marie, thank you for joining us. Greetings. Thank you so much. Xander, I say your smile is so precious. Your smile is so precious. You're looking at the screen. Xander, all right. Any questions for us so far? How are you today? We're great. Hi, ladies. Tony, will payment be done today?
Payment for what? What kind of payment?
What kind of payment, Ali? Jeffrey says, you know from when me I try to catch a light. Jamaican language. You know from when we are trying to catch a light.
Hi, Jeffrey. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh, tax due. Oh, tax was extended until the 30th.
Of March?
Of March.
This month.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you haven't paid your taxes yet, you still have until the 30th of March.
Right. That's good.
That's good. Tax people giving you some time. Without penalty?
Without penalty.
Oh, good. Sometimes you want to sleep?
He was just awake. What happened?
He was just sleeping?
He just closed his eyes. It's gone.
All right, your mom not ready for you yet, so we have to hang on to a little bit. All right, so what else? Need to tell them about tax? Oh, so Toni-Ann has been doing the taxes for some persons. Those of you who jumped on board, well done. Congratulations, you made the first step. You know, so you know when if the Prime Minister come in his budget debate, I say everybody who on NHT now 1 month and you qualify, or 6 months and you qualify. Wouldn't you just knock yourself on the head and you say, oh my God, look how we could have signed up? Rachel needed to rescue Xander.
But he seems comfortable.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be getting a house in Manchester. What's the name of the scheme again? It's called Melrose Muse. So Lit, you can WhatsApp me about that.
Question. I see a property in a new upcoming development in Spanish Town being sold by Claudia Davis. Is it you?
Yes, that's me.
It's probably Bellacre you're seeing.
Yeah, probably Bellacre. No, I don't have anything to rent in Portmore now. Nothing in Portmore. What I do have is for sale. I encourage you to buy your property as opposed to renting it. You know, everybody was about oh, you are ready for that?
He seems comfortable.
He's comfortable, you know, man. He must get him good sleep like you want.
But as soon as you move, he's gonna wake.
Xander, go on, go sleep. Rescued. What's the question I was trying to answer? Oh, I was saying that
Why you should buy instead of rent?
yeah, you really should. You really should try and buy your property. Everybody who calls me for rentals, the first thing I say, so have you considered renting? They laugh, you know. Have you considered renting? And they actually laugh. I say, yeah, you have to rent.
You have to buy.
You have to buy. Because when I first, how I got into buying a property, you know, it's the same thing. My landlord raised the rent. Call my girlfriend, Pat. She said, I said, Pat, no, what for rent? She said, Claudia, I will look place to rent, man. Go buy a place. Go buy a place. Go buy a house. So I got into this whole house buying business. So I suggest if you may start out renting, yes. And a lot of you don't have to start out renting. You can stay at home. Stay at home, man. And buy a place. And then you know, stay at home. The government studio is still available. Yes, it is. Lucas it says some tax offices will open on Saturdays until the end of April. Yes, Lucas it. Excellent. Yes. They'll be open. So you can get in there on a Saturday. I think Constant Spring is one. Portmore is one. I don't remember the full list.
But all the taxes can be filed online.
Yeah, but you don't even have to go to the tax office. That's true. You can file the taxes online, everybody. All right. Another question. Oops.
Stacy wants to know how easy it is to find an acre of land in St. Anne that it's titled to be splintered. Good afternoon.
Not easy. St. Anne. You have to go up in the hills. St. Anne.
1 acre in St. Anne. You can find it. There are some developments in St. Anne that were selling 1 acre properties.
No, but to be subdivided.
Oh.
The subdivision is a thing. Oh, Anthony just missed Xander. He just went to sleep. He was there earlier. As soon as I can find it, put the Zoom link in the chat.
Oh, yes.
Can I set up a viewing for the Garvey meet? Sanjay, yes, send me a WhatsApp. Tony, what's your number for the WhatsApp?
876-370-8138.
Oh, 370-8138. That one's answered by the office. It will be answered quicker than my WhatsApp. So that's WhatsApp that number. Ask them to set up on the Zoom. Set you up for a viewing. I think we have any 1 acres in St. Anne that we can find now.
I can look
on the system. It's a 1/4 acre, big enough for a house and a backyard. Yes, it is. But you have to have a small house, like 1,500 square feet on the ground. Right? So you do a house, maybe that's 30 by 350, 30 by 50. And that will take up less than 30 by 50, which is 1,500 on the ground. Remember, 1/4 acre is 10,000 square feet roughly. So if you use 1,500 on the ground for your house, you still have 8,500 left to be a family. Where can I find someone to value land in Linstead, and can the bank rent your house for you? The banks don't usually get into that activity. Usually it's realtors will rent your house for you. And then you collect the rent after that. Valuers in Linstead, I have no clue. I hardly work in Linstead. But just about any valuer I call in Jamaica will go to Linstead. That I can't tell you.
Or you just pay a traveling fee.
Yeah. Yeah. Only one of them will go to Linstead. Stacy, I subdivided a 1 acre lot in Humble Family. Oh, Stacy. I subdivided a 1 acre lot in Newport, and I got 4 1/4 acres on it. But I didn't have to put in any road. It already had a main road and a side road. So I just cut the lots down the line. So I didn't have to put in any road, right? So out of an acre, you should be able to get 4 1/4 acres if you don't have to put in any roads. If you have to put in roads, then you may end up with only 2 lots or 3 lots. Do you know if any of the houses in St. Catherine Estate still available? That I can't answer. You have to talk to the Housing Agency of Jamaica. I know those are hot breads. They started building already. We just don't reach out there yet, but they have started. Houses are going up. St. Catherine Estates, 5 million or 5.5. I mean, everybody in Jamaica can afford that, guys. So you must know how much people running that down, right? What are some good websites to find more houses for available for homes in Portland? No housing scheme. All the realtors use the same back-end systems. So basically, any website that you go on, you will find the same houses. Our website is prestigerealtyja.com. That's our website. But we all use the same MLS data to feed to the sites. So more than likely, you're going to see the same thing. You don't want any housing scheme. You just want how much land you want in Portland. Laura says she filled out the application for the Bel-Acre. If you fill out the application for the Bel-Acre, somebody should be contacting you, Laura, probably tomorrow, for you to choose a lot. Once you have completed the application form and uploaded all the things we're asking for, they will contact you to choose a lot.
Choose a lot, then the information is sent to the attorney.
Right. And actually, we've broken ground for the Bel-Acres, so we've started putting up the steelwork and foundation pour. Was it yesterday? Friday.
Monday it started.
No. We poured the foundation, which they were there on Friday.
Oh, yes.
So we poured. So you're going to see Tony when I roll up a video showing all of that soon. We actually poured the foundation for the duplexes. So those of you still interested in duplexes still can get in. Don't wait until the price raise on you before you're saying, oh, I wish I had. No. So somebody will contact you, Laura. You choose your lot number, and then from there. My goal is to save 10 million Jamaica. Jeffrey, how long is it going to take you to save $10 million, Jeffrey? You're overseas. You're interested in purchasing home in Jamaica. Your goal is to save 10 million Jamaican. Do you think that's enough, or should I keep saving? Do not want any sort of loan from the government. The government don't lend you money to buy a house anyway. You can either borrow from a national housing trust, or you borrow from any of the mortgage companies or banks in Jamaica. I would say, Jeffrey, get pre-approved for a loan and pay a deposit, pay your monthly mortgage, and consider that savings. Consider this mortgage that you're paying for the house as a savings. By the time you get around to save $10 million, a house that you could have bought for $10 million in Jamaica will be 12 million and 14 million and 16 million and so on and so forth.
He started last year, November, and he's now at 1.5 million.
Last year, November. So it's taking you November, December, January, February, March. 4 months to save 1.5 million. Jeffrey used 1.5 million, take a loan. And then when you take that loan, pay off the bank quickly, same way. So the same vigor that you're going now to save the 1.5 million, that sounds like 300,000 a month. Pay the bank 300,000 a month. So take the loan from the bank, the 10 or 15 million from the bank, pay back the bank 300,000 a month, and in no time you finish pay the bank. I forget about it.
Yeah, because by the time he earns 10 million, the housing price is going to go up.
The Bel-Acres that I'm selling now, 1 acre. Yes, we have Bel-Acres. The Bel-Acres that we're selling now, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom for 10.5 million.
Right.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms for 13 million. That's duplex joined together. Jeffrey, next year they won't be the same price. You can't save fast enough to meet it.
Mari D, how do you qualify for a house in Jamaica if you live in the US?
You can qualify. Once you have a job, you can show your credit report. You can also show your job. So you have a job letter, pay slips, credit report. They're going to ask you for your tax return. You can qualify for it. What they're looking at is your debt to income ratio. So in other words, how much debt you have and how much is your income. That ratio. In Jamaica, that ratio can be anywhere from 30, 40, 50%. It just depends on the bank that you are looking into. I think with Jamaica National is 50%. So debt to income ratio. So what it means, if your income is 100,000 US or Jamaican per month, your debt that you pay monthly, so your car loan, your house loan, your student loan, your credit card loan, or your demand loans must not be more than 50% of your total monthly income. So in this instance, if you earn 100,000 per month, you should only have $50,000 to pay for car loan, house loan, student loan, demand loan, credit card loan.
That means the only loan you should have is the house loan. Because others don't make any sense.
You can have them if your debt to income ratio make it. But what I say is, guys, 50% of your income must go towards buying assets. 50% of your income must go towards buying assets. Now you probably see me keep looking over to the right. That's because the screen, Tony, and that's put up a big screen here, so I can't see the questions. But the camera is on this side, right? So she keeps reminding me, look on this side. So that's the only reason why I keep glancing back and forth. But 50% of your income, use 50% of your income to buy assets. So that's same 50,000 US or 50,000 Jamaican, sorry, per month. If you have that split up with 20,000 for car loan, 10,000 for student loan, 5,000 for credit card loan, nowhere in that 50,000 that you have spent have you bought an asset. You have only bought liabilities, right? Your 50% of your income must be to assets.
But people think education is an asset sometimes.
It is an asset, but it is not a long-term asset as far as I'm concerned. It's a short-term asset. So long-term assets are things that are indestructible. There are also things that are transferable. Now remember, my education, I go to school, I get a first-class degree in XYZ patty or something. Can I transfer that to you?
No.
Can I resell education?
No.
Is there any cash flow? Well, I get a job, yes, and there's cash flow, but is it indestructible? Is it perishable? Yes. Because heaven forbid, and I can't remember how to use a degree, I no longer have the asset, right?
True.
So you must consider assets as things that will outlive you, for one. If me live long enough, the education I'm gonna mash up and gone. Right? And in this day and age now, guys, you have to learn so many things. You have to keep learning. So the degree that I had 30 years ago is probably useless right now. So you have to buy assets. 50% of your income must go towards assets. Remember that, not liabilities. And Robert Kiyosaki tells us clearly what is an asset. An asset is something that put money in your pocket. And I also say an asset is something that's going to outlive you. Remember that. If it don't outlive you, for as far as I'm concerned, not an asset. If I'm not able to transfer it down to Xander and Xander's children, not even to my two daughters, to Xander, not to Toni-Ann and Rachel. If I'm not able to transfer it, if it dies within my lifetime, it's not an asset. What's the next question?
What's the best bank to try qualify for?
Best bank depends on who will give you the loan. I love Jamaica National. They've given me 4 loans. Easy to get a loan. Victoria Mutual also have given me 2 loans. As a matter of fact, my very first loan in 1990 was Victoria Mutual. Market interest rate was 19.75%.
But they gave you the loan.
But they gave me the loan. Jamaica National turned me down in 1990, right? The best bank to give you the loan is who will give you the loan. Some banks, debt service ratio is going to just lick you out and you can't get a loan.
So the first thing to do is check how much you have to be able to spend on a loan.
Is to get pre-approved by the bank or the mortgage company. Some of them, the fees too are high. But again, it don't matter the fees as long as you're getting the loan. That's the thing, you know. As long as I'm going to give you the loan, that's who you work with.
Michelle has a question. To buy land, would the bank lend you up to 10 million if you have 5% of the deposit?
The bank will lend you what you are qualified for. Remember, is what you're qualified for, another bank will lend. So Tony, let us do it quickly. Go to the loan amortization calculator. So everybody, I'm going to show you how to do a quick maths that will teach you how to figure out if this bank will lend you the money. So you're going to use a calculator called a loan amortization calculator. Just Google it, it will come up. You have one in Excel too, under template. So we go in Excel, File, New, and the templates. One is there as well. So
let me share the screen first. Where is it? Share screen.
Right, everybody, we stand by while Toni-Ann shares the screen. So I hope you've seen the loan amortization calculator now. So you're going to use this calculator to figure out if you personally will qualify this loan, even before you approach a bank. So let us say your loan amount is, you want to borrow 10 million from the bank. Or you want to buy a house as 10 million.
How is this coming up?
That's fine. You want to buy a house as 10 million. So you go to that calculator and the house price is 10 million. Your down payment is 10%. The down payment is 10%, which is 1 million. Or is a, no, this is kind of a percentage, 10%. I put 10 there. The down payment is 10%. The interest rate, I know Jane is now at 7.5 unless that changed, but the last time I checked, that's where it was. Now, in terms of loan term, what you're going to put here, I'm 55. The banks in Jamaica go to age 70. So if I approach a bank right now, the bank is going to give me 70 minus 55, which is 15 years. So, and if you're 40, the bank will give you a 30-year mortgage. So that's what we have on the board here now, 30 years. So for a home that's 10 million with a down payment of 10%, you're going to pay down $1 million, interest rate of 7.5, and a 30-year loan. The monthly payback is 69,921.38. All right. Now, how are you going to use this now? If the bank's debt service, so let's round that up to 70,000. If the bank's debt service ratio is 50%, meaning debt to income ratio, it means the debt here is 70,000. So your income must be twice that, 140,000. Now, the debt to service ratio, remember what I said. You're earning 140,000, you only have 70,000 to pay back for loans. So if it is that you already have a car loan, 20,000, you already have a student loan, 10,000. So it means you only have 40,000 leave.
You won't be able to get
so you want to get this loan. What you might get is a loan Well, let's say 5 million. So that loan is 34,000, right? Now, for somebody to get this loan of 34,000, they would have to be earning 68,000. But that would mean that they wouldn't have any loans.
Any loan. That's
Right.
why it's good to get your house loan first.
Yeah, get your house loan first before you get car, credit card debt, student loan, and all these things. Now, why you hear me keep saying buy your property as you leave school? I got my property in my early 20s. So did my daughters, but that was because they have me still. So I was able to show them what to do. Why am I saying get your property early? All right. So the 30-year at 7.5 million. You notice this person is going to pay 34,960. NHT, how much NHT gave you your loan at? 3%?
I don't think it was that high.
All right. Tony probably got it at 2. I think Richard, she get it at 2 too. If interest rate at NHT is 2%. For a $5 million loan, you're gonna pay 18,000 per month. If you are young,
Okay.
and this is with a 30-year loan, and only because this can't go any further, I would, if I was able to change this to 40 years, you would see that this is even smaller.
And usually the younger you are, is the 40 years they give you.
Yeah, but for me now, taking the same $5 million loan, so I would only get a 15-year mortgage. For the same $5 million, I'm paying by the bank 32,000 per month.
And not at a 2% interest rate.
And not at a 2%. This interest rate is probably gonna be higher, depending on my income with NHT. Depends on your income. But let's keep the interest rate the same. So 5 million at 6%, 15 years is 42,000, right? But 5 million at 30 years, and this is because the person who is younger have a longer time to pay. So they get 29. They're paying at 29,000. Also, why I wanted to buy a property young art so you can get back to the live question story. So you're going to use this calculator to determine if you can get the loan. The debt service ratio is 50%. 50% is what you have to pay debt based on the debt income ratio that banks use now. Before it was 30%, which is why it was harder to qualify for the loan, right? So they move it to 50%. But the 50% buy assets, don't buy liabilities.
Tina has a question.
What's the question?
What do I need to get to build on own land from NHT?
You have the land already, Tina, I assume. If you have the land already, then ask NHT for the checklist of what you'll need. You can email them.
It's also online on the
It's
NHT
online.
website.
nht.gov.jm. But just to give you an idea, you're going to need a valuation and a survey on the property. That's for the property itself. They're going to ask you again for a copy of the property title. They're going to ask you for a property tax certificate on the property. And of course, your personal things, like a job letter, your pay slip, NHT don't ask a tax return, but your job letter, your pay slip, your ID, a photo of yourself, your TRN, those things those personal things.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they want the blueprint. So for the property itself, the valuation, the survey, the blueprint, copy of the title, tax certificate. And they want the approved blueprint.
What's the question?
Somebody emailed me about homestead. Okay, we'll look out for that. Person in Banland, Jamaica. I called Jane cannot start a new account in this week coming. I am soapy. Okay. If you WhatsApp us, we will give you a link for the mortgage officer. I think Tony just posted it in the group actually.
Leroy says, hi ladies, question. How long does it take to get tenants out of your house in Jamaica? And can you do it for me? I need to get the renovations going as soon as possible. Thank you.
Stocks are also a good investment. What was the question? Sorry, I was looking at another screen.
Hi ladies, question. How long does it take to get tenants out of your house in Jamaica? And can you do it for me? I need to get the renovations going as soon as possible. Thank you.
I can connect you with somebody who you can give a power of attorney who will go to court and all of that. Is it that you're overseas? First thing you would need to do, you need to serve them with a notice to vacate. Is it that you want the place for your own use and purpose, correct? So that would be what the notice is for, own use and purpose, or you wanted to renovate, right? You give them a notice, a 30-day notice, and it must be 30 clear day notice, right? So if it's due on the 1st of the month, remember 30 clear days of the 1st. So if it's due the 1st of January, the notice must be 30 clear days. So you can't get them a notice December 15 and the rent due January 1. It has to be 30 clear days before January 1. So therefore that notice must be served in November. So that December is the 30 clear days. Understand everybody? Not. Those serve a notice in the month before that you want them out. So if
it's void, right?
Yeah, it's not good. If the 5th of the month is them rent, that notice, the 5th of January, the latest you can serve that notice 5th of January for December is the 4th of December. Because you need 30 clear days notice.
And it must be before 6 p.m., I think.
Yeah, something like that. I can't serve on Saturday, Sunday.
Can't serve on Saturday, Sunday.
All right. So Linda Short Properties, 45 million. I had the tools but didn't know how to use them. That's Ruth. Oh, Ruth, but I don't remember what was the question. Was it Ruth who asked us about the loan, how much money she can borrow?
I don't remember.
All right, so you have 30 days to serve a notice, Leroy. When you serve a notice and don't come out, go to the court and get the summons. Because of COVID here now, them summons tend to be long, but before that, they were pretty fast. Once you get into the court, the judge asks you, how soon you want them out? Tell the judge, no, whatever. Depending on what's going on. Some people come, them don't come. If them don't turn up at the court, the judge might just give you the judgment same time and boom, you got the bailiff and you get them out. Or you serve them that first. When the date passes and them still not come out, you get the bailiff and you get them out.
Here's some questions. Simone says, I see you have a property on lenders. Oh, that one is a 45. English says, hi Claudia, how long does it normally take to obtain a title? I bought a lot from last year, April, in a subdivision, but I'm still awaiting the title.
It depends. If the subdivision is still putting in infrastructure, then they won't get the completion certificates so that they will be able to issue title. So what you need to follow up is, have they put in the roads? Have they put in the water supply? Those things. Have they done that to the satisfaction of the parish council? Once I do that, parish council releases the certificate, completion certificate, and them can give you a splinter title. But so what you need to follow up is where them reach in the subdivision.
Zoe
Hi, Anne-Marie, how are you? Thank you for joining us. All right, looking forward. Thank you so much. I hope you have learned something else today. What's the other question?
Zoe Buckley. Other than the deposit and closing costs, do banks in Jamaica require the customers to have a set amount of cash reverse 2 to 6 months of the payment?
The banks before did not require it. But I think 2 customers called me saying 2 banks now are requiring a reserve. They didn't have it before because I've taken mortgages from just about. What you want me to take mortgage from it? Sagicor. I don't take any mortgage from Sagicor. But they have never asked me for a reserve. But I noticed since last year, COVID, they have been asking for persons to have, what is it, 2 to 6 months of mortgage payments in the back. So that is going to slow up people getting mortgages because some persons just have them bid 10% deposit.
Yeah, they didn't have any more.
Yeah, you might have to buy a cheaper house.
What's the way now?
40 acre in Old Harbor or going up in the hills on the same area. What is the cost? No, we don't have anything in Old Harbor now.
We have in Old Harbor, Bannister, but it's not 40 an acre.
Oh.
It's about half of that.
Half of that. About 5,000?
It's more, but I think it's near to like
7,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Oh, in Bannister. But that's what we have for 3.5 million. VMBase has an online portal of pre-approval. Upload the docs and you will receive an email document with a pre-approval letter. Very convenient. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. I must go use it myself, see if them are giving them more loan. But me too old for take loan now. Don't let you not look bother with that. Loans is for young people, yeah, man. Like Toni-Ann and Rachel. Can take some knocks here now.
CM, yes, Fidea. Good afternoon, Claudia and Toni-Ann subscribers. I checked that 3 p.m., but you guys folks never started, so I went elsewhere. Oh, sorry, CM.
Sorry, CM. Glad you're back. Glad you're back. We're coming out of another meeting, which is a homestead meeting. So sorry about that. We're trying to not let them overlap, but sometimes it happens. NHD scheme houses sometimes sell after a year, so.
What's Shan asking?
What's the question?
Shan Stewart, hi Miss Davis. Last week you mentioned that NHT scheme houses sometimes sell after a year or so. Any idea why? Are they advertised on open market if being resold? Yeah, man. NHT have a website, you know. Go to the website, Tony. What may happen is that sometimes persons go to the NHT website. Sometimes persons can't pay the mortgage. They get the house, they get a divorce, lose them work, all kind of things that me. And them can't pay the mortgage. So we're sharing now, NHT website. Those of you not familiar with it, it's a great website. I jump on it a lot just to check out stuff. Here it is. So currently they said they're taking applications for Silverson Estate. Oh, go to results now. They are finished with that. All right. Compliance gone to HAG. All right. Properties to buy. So it says no selling. Properties to buy. So you can go to no selling. Apply. No, just apply. Any parish. Any parish. I'm not seeing anything. Should load. All right, click up parish. Which one we know she's selling something else in Catherine. Website not working. All right, go back. Go back to home. Upcoming. So upcoming they have in Albion. We're gonna have Albion Heights. Date April 2024. Barnett Hall. So as you can see, they have this is like 3,798 units. Wow. 7 units, yeah. That's a lot of units. Could be labs. You also can go to the private treaty properties. So remember I told you private treaty properties are properties that went to auction and it did not sell at the auction. So they're now moved it to private treaty. Yeah, I don't think they can see this screen. Your mind is supposed to can't see it. View all properties. Oh, hold on, I'm not seeing it. And how do I share it?
Well, you're already sharing.
No,
Screen's there.
no, the pop-up is not sharing.
So have a new share.
Where did the pop-up go? Where is it?
One second, everybody.
Where's the button? And then new share. And then he will share the whole screen. That way I can share anything that pops up. Share. Okay, we can see everything now. Okay, so this is the one we want to share. All right. Is that parish? It's not showing.
Not sure.
There we go.
Thumbs up if you see the screen. So these are the private treaty NHT have. So you can go to the NHT website. So this is them over West Prospect, Linstead, St. Catharines. Make an offer. Make an offer. Thing is with these properties though, you can't view the properties. If there are any tenants or any owners in the property, you would have to get them out. That's the only slightly nuance with private treaty properties. Same thing with auction properties. You can't get to view or anything like that.
Okay.
You have to get them out. But it's there. So NHT's website, nht.gov.jm. You can go to the site, you can see what them have coming, you can see private treaty properties. Where does it have what's for sale now? No selling.
That's what we tried to check first.
I don't understand why it's not loading. I know they have in St. Catherine. Let's see.
Maybe the site isn't working.
Maybe something, maybe they have. Oh, it's. All right, but you can check back with the site, all right? What's another question? And I see that note here, contribution refunds. I encourage you not to take a contribution refund because the contribution refunds can be used as part of your deposit, right? So contribution refunds up to 2 years before you take the loan. So now we're in 2021. So NHT will give you contributions up to 2019 that you have not taken back to use as a deposit or as part of your closing costs. I've had persons who have gotten that refund and have used it for their deposit and closing costs because they did not take back contribution refunds every year.
Yeah.
It's important that you don't take that contribution every year because you can't even remember what you do with that little small money when you get it, right? Leave the money for big things. What's the next question?
B. Brown wants to know, do I have to go through a lawyer to subdivide my land?
I was going to answer that very cheeky. B. Brown, the straight answer is no, you don't. You can't go through the whole process on your own. I did it already, so I know it can be done, right?
We have to know what to do.
But you have to know what to do. That's the tricky part about it. So the first step is to get a surveyor who will cut up the land for you. Or cut it up on paper. Then you're gonna get submitted to the parish council of the parish that you're in for approvals. If it's over 9 lots, it also needs to go to NEPA, not just the parish council. If it's under 9 lots, it don't need to go to NEPA. Then you wait for the parish council to approve it and say yes, or they might say no, that's too small, change that. When them do all of that and them give you the approval, then the next step is, I'm trying to remember, I've done it before.
Put in infrastructure?
If you need to do infrastructure, yes, yeah. So if you need road, light, water, you do that. Then the next step, I'm trying to remember if I went to the stamp office. Yes, I had to go to the stamp office and do something. I had to stamp something, which I think was the forms that I had to fill out.
Yeah.
So you go. And then you go to the titles office, fill out some forms again. The devil is in the forms that you need to fill out. But if you don't understand, ask questions. That's what I did. I just kept asking questions. Just ask questions. So how you do this? How you do this? How you do it? Right? And if you submit it to the titles office and it's incorrect, they're just gonna bounce it and they're gonna tell you what they want. So that's another way to learn. Just submit it and then bounce it. Oh, then you know what to do. All right, but yes, short answer is yes, you can do it on your own.
Okay. Someone asked if lenders look at credit score. I want to know too.
Lenders look at your debt to income ratio. In other words, your income and your expenditure. So if you and your income and expenditure, so if you're in 100,000, you're spending 90,000 out of that, you only have $10,000 leave.
What's your credit
score? You can't pay a mortgage.
Or is that an American thing?
That's an American thing. Oh. For us, they're going to look at how much debt you have and how much income you earn.
So the less debt you have on your income, the better you are.
For a mortgage, yeah.
Yeah. The
less car loan and well, you can have earn 100,000 already paying a mortgage for 50,000, you know. So you can't get no more loan according to them. But remember, if you join with people, because I've had to do that. So if you join with somebody who have a pay slip, you can join with them and their pay slip make your pay slip look good because it's now showing. So a lot of you have husbands, you have boyfriends, you have baby father, you have, when's some have Tony? Uncle, brother, sister, mother, you have all these people, even friends. You can merge, join with them, and the bank will look at all incomes together and determine how much you can afford. So I might not see my screen over here again. You took it off?
Oh, I can take off a share now, actually. There. See? Speaker now? Okay, here's a question. In the online portal, that's in. Yeah, how to get
about the tenants.
Yeah.
Somebody said I'm not seeing the screen. I will fix that already. Student loan what? Come first. You see that? What's that about student loans come first most times? Remember, you don't have to go You don't have to go to university first, guys. I didn't go to university first. I went there last. So, what did I do first? You could say my father told me out at 15. First, I got Toni-Ann at 17. Then I bought my first house at 23. Then I had my daughter Rachel at 29. Then I bought a 1970 VW Bug at 30. And then I went to university. I didn't last. And I didn't go on loans. I went on a scholarship. My company, Island Life at the time, gave me a scholarship. So I actually didn't last. The world has changed.
You can't really get a job now without a college degree.
Why can't I get a job without a college degree?
Where? Which job?
And why you walk on job anyway?
Create your own.
You can't do a whole heap of things without a college degree. All these online jobs, all them asking for a college degree.
Maybe not.
Right. So you can't say you can't get a job without a college degree. If you're like me with like a 5 levels and you're a good talker, and you can sell yourself, you walk in anywhere entry-level job and get it. Even when I'm asked if you're a first degree. Once it's an entry-level job and you can speak, you can convince them you have the ability to do this job. You know, you talk about that the world has so changed now, right now. If I was applying for any job now, you know what I put on it? How much house and land me have? I dare them to not give me the work. I kid you not. I dare them to not give me that work. And I'm gonna look at it and I say, well, hold on. This lady, I couldn't navigate this early and do this. They must give me the work and I'm gonna find out how me do it, you know. That's the reason why they want to give me the job. Guys, you know. Aim not for the 100 degree and all of these things, right? Aim to put your name on a title. Your name on the title, I think, is more important than your name on your birth certificate, your name on your birth certificate, your name on your passport, your name on your ID, your name on your university certificates. Why am I saying this? None of those things that I just call is transferable. You can't transfer nobody your ID, your birth certificate, your passport, your college degree. You can't even sell it. You can't sell the college degree to nobody, right? But certainly, your name on that title, you have some power in your hand. From time memorial, is the people who have them name on a title. Have the power.
Have the power.
Yeah. And you have the power to do so much. So if the college degree is out of your reach, buying a piece of land or buying a property is not out of your reach. Once you have a job, it's not out of your reach. So the university degree, and it's easier for them to give you money to buy a piece of land or a house because the bank of a collateral them can hold on to.
They can't hold on to the education.
No. No. It's easier. And to get student loan now, you need guarantee, you need guarantor, you need all kind of things, right? So it's easier to buy the land or the house, I tell you.
Good evening. What is the deposit amount on Bel Acre?
5%, depending on how much loan you get. So if you get a 95% financing, 5%.
Good afternoon. What do they mean by 90 days to complete during a sale?
Oh, 90 days from the time you sign the sale agreement to when you finish the sale or get your key. 90 days. Usually we have some delays because stamp office delayed in looking at the property and giving them value. Kind of delays. People take long to do the evaluation and survey. Kind of delays. But the 90 days is 90 days to close the sale, meaning from the day you sign the sale agreement with that date. So the 1st of January, you sign the sale agreement. January, February, March, that means the 31st of March. Sale must be closed. Your name transferred to the title. Well, first you pay over all of the money and your name transfer on the title. And that's it, closed.
Benjamin Smith wants to know, do you suggest borrow equity to upgrade your house or clear other loans?
Benjamin, I don't like equity. I don't like equity. So that house I bought in Fairview Park, Spanish Town, was 100, almost 75,000, 200,000 with escalation. A couple years later, I was able to sell it for 2.6 million. Now, I could either sell it or take a next loan, right? I would have taken that loan and do a home improvement. But what's a home improvement? So my mortgage at the time was 1,500. And let us say I take a $2 million loan.
1,500 Jamaican dollars?
That was my mortgage at the time.
And the equity?
Let us say the equity was 2 million.
2 million.
But the value that I get 2.6. That was 2006. I would have taken over 2 million. I would have probably, what would I have done with it? Do a home improvement. Now, if you're doing a home improvement, change out the tile, paint the house, things that make you feel good. I would be now paying something like 20,000 per month for the $2 million loan.
Versus
right?
your 1,500
versus $1,500. I don't think so.
Pay more money.
Yeah, I don't think so. I better me to save a little $200 extra, so that in a 5-10 years, we could have done a renovation.
And even if you took the 2 million and did an addition for like a rental unit.
If I did take the 2 million now, that's where I was going now. So if I take the 2 million and do an addition to get a rental unit where I'm now collecting 30,000, paying the bank 20,000 per month, then yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. I also would take you asked about.
But in 1996, the rental in Spanish Town wasn't 20,000.
No, I'm just using hypothetical. If let's just say you took the money, you said something about loan. Where is it?
Do you suggest borrow equity to upgrade your house or clear other loans?
If your other loan is demand loan, meaning them not have your house as not collateral, I would think twice about that too.
Because literally you're clearing those loans to put the debt on your house.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And suppose you lose your job. 2 months down and you doing that, you lose your work. You're gonna lose your house, you know. So, and your house loan may be so dirt cheap that even if you lose your job, you could have hustled the mortgage money for the house. Because if I had lost my job, which I did in 2003, the mortgage of 1,000 little bit was chicken feed by the time I got to that stage.
Right.
Because I bought in 1989 and I lost my job in 2003, which was somebody did the math. So much years ago, 12 years or something like that. So remember, things happen, life happen. You lose your job, you're sick, all kind of things. You can't pay this mortgage. You don't want to pack up those things on your mortgage. Besides, on your house. Besides, let us say I took the loan. 20 years pass in our 30-year mortgage. You would have almost finished paying for the house.
Yeah.
If you pack up a next mortgage on the same house, it's like, to me, it's like you're buying the house 2 times. You know?
The same house.
The same house. And live in the same place. Not as if you move and go somewhere new. And not as if you own 2 houses.
Can you take the equity though to deposit on a new house? Or that would make any sense either?
I just don't like taking equity.
Just leave it alone.
Because I just think, you see, the bank is waiting on you to fail, you know, guys. They're just waiting on you to can't pay the mortgage.
And that's where they're really cash.
And I know when the bankers on this place say, no, mistake, this that's not true. Really, banks make money with interest, and they make money by compound. So if you were paying money on that house, all the money the way you pay going to the bank, you know, in interest. You take a 30-40 year loan, the first 20 to 30 years is just interest. You don't touch a principal yet. You can go back to loan amortization and show them. You don't touch a principal yet. So what it means, all the money that you pay for the first 10, 15, 20 years has now gone to the bank. You not touch for them principal yet. All right? So if you take the loan, use your house as a collateral. Make sure that the money that you now get from the bank is going to buy another asset, right? Which will earn income, which will pay that loan. The money should not be to clear a debt, like a demand loan debt that you took willy-nilly. I think you should have suffered the pain and pay that debt. Suffer the pain, man. Pull up your bootstraps and eat less food. Go out less and suffer the pain and cancel the debt. The demand loan, which is usually what happens. If it's a car loan and you know and this thing killing you, sell the car. Go back to driving to drive your foot and starting. All right. I don't like taking equity. Not when you're close to finish paying off for that house. When you finish paying off for that house, there's such a joy. See? I got back a title from a bank there. I asked Tony, I jump for joy. He said, yes! There's such a joy in just collect my title from them. For them say, yes, Miss David, you're finished. Like NHD called Toni-Ann about her NHD loan. And one lady said to you, but she called me first and she don't want to give me no information because of course me not Toni-Ann. So she dismissed me and said, oh, ask Toni-Ann to call. And when she called you, what happened? She called you and said what?
Send me an email saying we're happy to announce that your obligation with NHD has now reached its end, and please fill out this form or something so that we can take you off our loan system.
Yeah, I feel good, man. I feel good. It's like, God, it's over. All right.
And NHD calls every month, so it's like, no more of that phone call.
Yeah, so Toni-Ann, she delinquent with the pain and the people because she busy hustle the money. She busy hustle the money to make the money to pay the people them. We all do it, right? So it's a good feeling. You can find the email. It's a good feeling when you finish paying off that loan and you get your title in your hand, put in your vault, in your dresser, and so on.
Question, Shelvez. I saw an interesting properties on sale in auction in the newspaper. How do I go about achieving one of those?
Shelvez, you have to attend the auction. So I'm an auctioneer. You might go there and see me one of these days. So you have to attend the auction and you have to bid. If you're the highest bidder at the auction, yes, them write up your name and you have to go and make that deposit the same day. You have to go to the bank, get your check, run, go back, pay the auctioneer deposit.
Antoinette, Vanessa wants to know, can I borrow the closing costs for a house from a financial institution for the mortgage? What do you recommend?
Sure, you can borrow the closing costs. I do that already. I borrowed it from Scotia.
Yeah.
I borrowed it on a demand loan. Of course, you can borrow once you can afford to pay it back. So yes, you can borrow the closing costs. I think at one point, Jamaica National was, the Jamaica National rep should be coming on as well, but we're trying to get that sorted out. But yes, you can borrow the closing costs. Remember, not everybody, the goal is to own the real estate. So whatever stops, whatever bells, whatever whistle them want you blow, whatever hoop you have to jump through, you just deal with it. Get the key in your hand and you're good. And pay back the people them their money.
Antoinette Gordon wants to know, how much for the new property in St. Elizabeth? I guess she's talking about going.
We need to give Vanessa, so it's just a closing cost you want to borrow Vanessa. You have a deposit already, it sounds like. You can walk in a Scotia and get the demand loan. NCB, who else?
I'm not sure.
Those two I know of. New property in St. Elizabeth. We have any new property? Oh, Genesis Manor.
27 million. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on quarter-acre lots. Small gated community with 24-hour security. There's a swimming pool and a gym as well.
Very nice place. Amali, good evening. Hi, Amali. Thanks for joining us.
Maria.
So brand jam, do you suggest borrow equity? We did that already. Tell you don't borrow equity to upgrade the house. Now borrow equity, make sure you're doing an addition and you're going to collect rent. And don't use a clear demand loan. If them don't have no collateral for the debt, don't give them your house as a collateral, all right?
Marie wants to know, so just go to different mortgage bank companies until you get approved? In the US, your credit score goes down each time they check.
do like me. Just do it simultaneous. Use one credit report and send to all of the bank them in Jamaica.
Yeah, I think doesn't the banks pull it personally?
No, they don't. Not overseas. You're the one pulling it.
Oh.
So just send in the 1 week, you just submit all the credit report to all of the bank them. Let them tell you if they might get the loan or not. Which is better, Jeffrey, commercial bank or NHT? NHT is lower, but only 6.5 million. If you haven't used NHT, you qualify for the NHT or contributor, use your NHT first. Or contributor, you can get the loan. If you're not a contributor, then run with the bank.
Roshan Bryce. Hi, Claudia. My stepmother has been paying lease on a piece of land for over 30 years now. Can you tell me what would be the process for her to purchase this land?
She can purchase the land if it's up for sale. She can't purchase if it's not up for sale. That's the only way. If it's up for sale, the owners who lease the land, them ready for sell it, then yeah, you can purchase it. Them just do up on what you call a sale agreement, just the same. They give you a diagram. You only want to make sure say it's subdivided. And then yeah, you can purchase it. We gave you a link to the Jamaica National Rep. Tony, you want to post it again?
Sure.
So when post our link for Jamaica National and you reach out to that rep, send the documents, they'll pre-approve you, ask her about the loan. I think I just had a client who did get a loan for the deposit. They give you a separate loan, for the deposit demand loan. I think you only have 5 years to pay that part of it.
Okay.
Or something like that. But when you're a good customer of the bank, so like I'm a good customer with Scotia. So an NCB will usually just, so those of you with NCB and Scotia, you can call the Scotia rep, and ask her if there's anything on the system for any loan on the system for you to get. I was at the teller said, Miss Davis, you have 500,000 here you could get as a loan. I said, really? I said, I did not apply for a loan. They said, no man, but it is on the system for you, you can get it.
We have to be careful of those things.
Same thing with NCB. They'll give you that because the bank don't make money without loan. The bank is selling interest and credit. The only product the bank have is loan to make money. The bank don't make money no other way. Fees and interest. So if they don't give any loan, them can't make no money. You understand? So it's just like the man who sell saltfish and mackerel. If you're not a saltfish, you're not a mackerel to sell, him not make no money. So if the bank have no loan product to sell, them not gonna make no money. So the bank won't give you the money. So take it. Just make sure you pay it back. That's all.
Tiff wants to know, do you have any home selling Old Harbor, gated, semi-gated? One was posted last week. I showed an interest but didn't get any feedback. Oh, that was Old Harbor Glades. No, Old Harbor.
We posted a gated in Old Harbor.
It wasn't gated though. It was Old Harbor Bay, the studio, but it's no longer available.
Yeah, it's gone now. We also posted Old Harbor Glades. But that one also have an offer on that. When you see we post something, everybody, you have to really run with it fast. If you can't get me, use a 370-8138 or use a 9067174 number.
Yannick, hi guys. How do I start repaying my NHT if I started and stopped paying and now living overseas?
Go on the NHT website and look on the voluntary contributions. Voluntary contributions, they have outlined it. How do you restart paying? That's if you're living permanently overseas. In other words, you're a resident or you're a landed resident or you're a green card holder or you're a citizen of the United States. They outline how to do it. Lots of persons have done it. They're my clients and they've gotten their loans and they're now in their homes, right? It's not a difficult process. You just have to contribute. And then she's going to ask to contribute 3% of your income.
Somebody's asking, what is price treaty property?
So there are 3 stages. So the first one is auction. So you don't pay a mortgage. The company will put your house on auction. So auction is when you go to the place holding the auction and them say 62 Rose Lane is up for auction. Any bids? And you bid. The highest bidder will get it. All right. The auction finished. The house still don't sell because they didn't reach the reserve price. It now goes to private treaty, meaning anybody can now put in an offer. All right. So you put in an offer and the bank may accept or reject the offer. Putting your offer below the reserve, they're not going to accept it. That's to be the reserve or higher. And if they keep doing that, so when you're going to auction one time, not going to auction twice. But it can stay on the list for a little while. Sometimes all up to a year because the bank not getting the price that they want.
For more than a year.
Yeah. But when the bank gets fed up, or everybody, the banks now go into foreclosure. So now this is where the bank removes the owner's name off it and put their name on it.
Do you get any money back if you're the owner when that happens?
You get money up to private treaty. So if you got to auction, so if the house was 50 million, value 15 million, sell for 14 million, and you owe the bank 3 million, you will get back the difference.
Okay.
And up to private treaty. So somebody put in an offer for 11 million, you owe the bank 3 million. After fees, you will get the difference.
Okay.
But if you make it reach foreclosure, guys, and the bank take your name off of that and put for them name, you not get no money.
No money.
No. You have lost your, there's a term for it.
Not only that, not only do they take your name off the title, they give you a notice to vacate as well.
Yeah, because on the bank's
property. Yeah.
You don't want to get to that. If anybody here have the house up for auction or on private treaty, call me and let me sell it. Right? Call me and let me sell it right away. Don't wait on the banks to go into foreclosure with your property. Sell the property. If there's no way for you to catch up this mortgage or anything, even with negotiating with the bank and whatever, because chances are you would have built up some equity. Eh? And you can probably just take that money and go buy something else. But if you wait for the bank to foreclose on you, it's all over.
Someone wants to know, question, any land selling in Red Hills for 10 to 13 million?
You always have land in Red Hills. You can. Is there another question I can take?
Sure. Any land in Palmbrook? Oh, here's a question. Miss Claudia, have you enough?
What's the question?
Said cheeks. Who is she talking about? It's from Althea. Miss Claudia, you have enough cheeks to share amongst me and you and him.
No more cheeks or checks. Any more land in Palmbrook? No, Palmbrook is sold out. We have resales, but I don't have any resale now. Anybody selling a Palmbrook, let me know. A lot of people ask about Palmbrook. Should have bought 10 of those Palmbrooks.
Miss Claudia, what is the best way when transferring money from overseas bank to Jamaica bank?
Somebody asked me, any loan company for anyone over 70 years old? Valerie, no. The loans here stop at age 70. As a matter of fact, then you can get a loan at age 65 because you have 5 years to repay. After that, it gets sketchy. They don't want to give you any money. Because pensionable age in Jamaica is 65. Eh? What's the best way to transfer money from an overseas bank to a bank in Jamaica? Wire transfer, Anne-Marie. Go straight wire transfer. If you had set up Western Union out here as one of your bank as a Western Union, then you could use Western Union and send the money straight to the bank account. But you would have had to have set it up out here first. Screen?
I'm going to share it right now.
Yeah. Scroll up. See the screen?
You should be able to see it now.
Scroll up. The person asked us about land in red deals.
10 to 13 million.
So because I'm saying 10 to 13, I want to show them a $5 million land.
There's no point.
Castle James Road, Coopersville, 1 acre to build your dream home, but it slopes downwards. Lovely view. Marvelly Mountain, 5 million. That's in St. Andrew, Swain Spring area. You turn right at Swain Spring. Abraham Road, Coopersville. This one is half acre. 6 million. Coopersville, 6 million. This one is same. This is a third of an acre, is it? Marvelly Mountain, 7 million. Marvelly Mountain, 8 million. Lot 90, Coopersville, lot 90. 2/3 of an acre. Hey, Xander. All right, so they were asking about 10 to 13 million, is it? 10 to
13 million.
Okay. So you have Marvelly Mountain, Abraham Road Readings, developing upscale community. Which community is this one? I know Amethyst. This should be a good one. Picturesque view, top with serene beauty. This should be a good one. Amethyst is up in Guego, Belvedere, and Gulf, I think.
You mean I know Amethyst.
Amethyst and Topaz.
Oh, it is nice.
It is nice.
How much you want for it? 13?
Yeah.
That was a bad price.
No, it's not.
That is nice. It's easy to build on too.
Yeah. All right, so if you want to put in an offer on this, you can WhatsApp us 3708138. Honestly, seems to be a good one. Oh, Zan's previous. All right, so
That one won't be on the market long.
no, how long it's on? 16 days. It just came on. 16 days. That one is not gonna stay long. Boundary walls erected, flanked with beautiful executive homes on either side. So 2 homes are already there. Because here, so it's 1.4 acres. Twin Spring Road, Marvelly Mountain, Woodlands. Because it looks like a whole acre land. Or this is 2 acres. Okay. That's what we have in Red Hills. All right. What's the other question? Somebody asked if the lenders look at credit score. They tend more to look at how much loans you have and your income. What's your income and how much you're spending out. So they do look at credit cards. How much I know. How many credit cards you have. And remember that the credit cards, to each credit card is a loan to our Jamaican banks. So if you have credit cards that have up to a $50,000 credit limit, as far as our banks are concerned, that is money that you can go and get at any time. So that is that would be considered as a loan already. You have any more questions?
Yeah. Cinema on this side. Good day, Claudia. Mrs. Claudia. I'm looking to buy a house, but the seller says that he is not interested in going through real estate agents. How would I go through the process? Just buy it directly from him.
Buy it directly from the seller.
Yeah. Just ask him for his attorney who's putting through the sale.
Yeah. Ask for his attorney, and you have your attorney, and you tell your attorney must write his attorney. And then the two of them do a sale agreement, and you sign it, pay deposit, and continue along with the sale. You don't need a real estate agent. I can't see it, you know. That's no problem.
Use this and scroll.
Oh,
Here.
That it'd be mischievous back here now. All right. Here.
Here?
Here.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you take a second mortgage while on NHT? Yes. As long as NHT will do pari passu with the banks. If you want to take a second mortgage with the same property, or you want to buy another property. But guys, if you have 2 mortgages, you should have 2 different properties. If you have 3 mortgages, 3 different properties. So you know, if you take equity from one property, use the equity money and buy another property, right?
Michael, what non-gated communities would you recommend for a foreigner to live in Jamaica? Well, you can already speak to Kingston.
That I can't answer. Non-gated in St. Andrew. Up in the hills, but you still have to have gated. You have to gated.
Yeah,
so your premises must be gated, security cam, dogs, everything. Remote gate. So you yourself have to protect your own security. And remember, the closest person to you is who usually breach you. Non-gated. If you're in St. Andrew, you're talking about Beverly Hills, Cherry Gardens,
Hope Pastures.
Pastures is nice. Although I've heard of robberies on Hope Pastures, but that's mostly robberies of persons walking.
But in any community in Jamaica, there's a potential of it being robbed.
Yeah.
That can be what you safeguarding against.
Walking on the road, right?
Yeah.
Billy Dunn, up in the hills.
Any listing in Vineyard Town? No.
No, we might have a listing in Vineyard Town. Upwards of 30 million though. WhatsApp us. All right, Lorna, good evening. Tony, I'm struggling to read it. I need my glasses.
Lorna Hemmings, good evening. I listen every week. Very interesting conversations. I would like to know, after getting diagram for land, what's the next step towards getting a title? I guess she's talking about the pre-check
if you get the diagram and get it approved. If you get the diagram, get the pre-check diagram approved. If you have done all of that, then your next step is to really submit it for the title. There's a form that you have to fill. You have to get it stamped at the title at the stamp office downtown, and then you take it to the titles office, fill out their form, and apply for the title.
Bless you.
Where you can buy a piece of land in a nice gated, that was Palmbrook Estates before COVID. 3.5. That was in Palmbrook Estate, St. Elizabeth. No, that is like no longer existing, right? Serenity says, hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button, guys. And the subscribe button.
Can you see the questions? What
like
do you think
the views
of
on YouTube, but not the WhatsApp messages? We're struggling with the WhatsApp messages because we get so many WhatsApp messages. Pouring through them, I think I'm over 1,000 WhatsApp messages now. We get hundreds of WhatsApp messages daily. We have about 3 persons answering the messages now. sometimes, and the messages are being answered not by me personally, all right? Also, the YouTube is also managed by somebody else as well. So we're not physically able to, I'm not physically able to answer the WhatsApp messages, the YouTube messages, and the Instagram. Yeah, messages there too.
Instagram messages too.
Right, can't answer all of them. So, and don't leave a message as in a voice message because you don't have the time to go and listen to voice messages. Old school anyway.
No, it's not old school.
No, I don't
It's
mean
just
voice message on WhatsApp. I mean,
oh, you mean phone message?
phone
Yeah.
voice message. Yeah, don't leave that because we're not gonna get it. But I can tell you, you see, who persistent get through.
Get through.
Yeah.
What do you think of Ocean Point development in Lucy? We love Ocean Point.
Yeah,
It's a really nice
it's a really nice development.
And it's good money for good value for money.
Money, yeah, good value for money. Matter of fact, there was at the time we were selling Ocean Point, there was no other development that was giving you all of what Ocean Point gave you for that money.
Not only that, too, not all of what they're giving you, but the quality of the product too.
Yeah, quality. The quality of the house is good. Mm-hmm. So yes, if you can still get into an Ocean Point, get into it. I know the prices have raised. So you see, even those who bought it are paying when we were selling. April, May,
June last year.
Those who bought it June last year have already made money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Already have built equity.
Was it June last year?
I don't remember. The time flies past us. Time flies us. Time flies us. Can I put in my question? All right, so
what's the next question? Scroll here. Hi, Claudia. Apart from a solicitor's fee, what other fees do I need to pay? I'm inquiring from the UK. Fees to what purpose?
Fees to the one, buy or sell. Let's just say you're buying. If you're buying, you're only paying $2,000 for stamp duty, and you're paying 0.25 divided by 100 times the sale price of the property for a registration fee. So if you're buying, you have a registration fee and you have a stamp duty. The stamp duty is usually half of 4,000 Jamaican. No, is it 4,000 or 5,000? It's a small number, I can't remember. Is it 2,000? Whatever it is, either 2,000 or 2,005. I don't remember. But you pay half, which is easy money. And then you pay 0.25 divided by $100 times the value of times the purchase price of the property. That's a registration that goes to the title's office. If you're a seller, you're going to pay 2% stamp duty. In 2% transfer tax, Claudia, 2% transfer tax in addition to those other fees I just spoke about.
What's that all scene activity? What's that question?
I don't know.
Hi,
Somebody just being frivolous. I said I'm just by the earth as a whole.
Oh.
So if you want a piece of the earth, you need to contact all seeing activity.
Oh. Did it scroll?
No, you don't need any license to bid in the auction. You only need a license if you're an auctioneer. So like me, I have a license, I'm an auctioneer. If you come in to sit in there and bid, you don't need a license. Just go in there and put up your hand when the time comes. Where is the best place to buy a 2-bedroom house? I saw it before you move this thing. 2-bedroom investment property outside of Kingston that can yield a high rental.
2-bedroom outside of Kingston. That would have probably been St. Anne.
But yeah, but you see, but then the St. Anne property price is high. So it's really how much you pay for the property. Because you can buy a 2-bedroom at Portmore for 13 million. And you can buy a 2-bedroom at Draxal or wherever for 30 million. But you get 70,000 in a Draxal and you get 30,000 in a Portmore. So if you had 30 million, wouldn't you have been better off buying 2 Portmore? I don't know.
No, but that's still only
that's 60. Yeah, but you have 2 houses. You have 2 sets of equity a bill. And you have a bill faster too.
Oh, so you mean?
Yeah, exponentially you have a bill faster. Because it's easier for a $6 million house move to. When a $6 million house move to 12 million, you gain 100%. But it's harder for a $30 million house to move to 60 million.
Yeah.
In the same period time frame. You understand? So
it's like how the Waterfords are just moving.
Moving. It just depends on, I don't know, where. The fastest place to get income rental is St. Andrew, Portmore, followed by Spanish Town.
Not Ocho-Rios in the city?
Not for long-term rental. Never have been. Most of those persons out there who are live on family land. So you rely on overseas visitors. So that's why Airbnb also took off. You rely on overseas visitors for the rental. So the short-term rental was strong. But don't worry, guys. I'm sure it will come back. Everything is just for a season. It will come back. What else?
What's Althea saying? In North America, you would pull your own credit report and your scores won't be affected. It is affected. Oh.
Everybody in Jamaica, to remember that you're entitled to a free credit report. So if you want to know what them saying about you on your credit report, just go to one of the 2 credit report companies. You're allowed a free credit report per year. Also, I think it's 1,000. I don't even think it's $2,000 to pull a credit report. So if you really want to know what it's saying, just go buy it.
Carl wants to know, hi ladies, any info on Camelot 2 detached homes?
No. You have to contact Gore for those. We are not selling those. Contact Gore Development. You can go to the website. What is that? Something about home equity. It's all I saw.
Okay, we're here. Hi, good afternoon. Can you pay off a mortgage before they agree 20 to 30 years?
Yes, you can. Let's show them how to do it. So you're going to go back to the loan amortization. Which is what Tony and I did, which is why we were able to clear NHT so fast. Are they seeing the screen?
Should.
Thumbs up if you see the screen. Hold on a second. Let's just verify. Is that what you need to make to see if they're seeing the screen?
What happens? I have both of them here. Let's pull this one.
Thumbs up if you've seen the screen. If you've seen our loan amortization. Oh, see. No.
Yeah, what happened is it's this screen. So it depends on what I'm showing them. So they should be able to see this here. Go ahead.
So they've seen the screen now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say Toni-Ann borrowed 5, which no, that's not what you borrowed. What did you borrow? Was it 1.5?
I don't remember.
Borrowed 1.5. Down payment, the interest rate was something like, it says 3%. I don't remember now what it was. At the time, should have gotten a 30-year mortgage. So her payment would have been $6,324 per month. Now, usually they don't like when you change the term before the first year. So you wait, so you pay the $6,324 for the first year, even the second year. Then you write them a nice little letter, you go into them, and you say, I want my 30-year mortgage to be reduced, for argument's sake, 25 years. Hold on. Is this account? This one don't show me how much is the total interest. Hold on. What is it? All right.
Wait, this is at the total though.
Calculate. So if you notice now, for a 25-year mortgage, you're gonna pay $7,113. That's what she would pay. That's only $1,000 more than what she was paying before,
which is reachable.
Right.
To cut yours off your mortgage.
Oh, it's some here.
Okay.
So this is the interest. All right, let's go back. For her, let us do it over. So if she had a 30-year mortgage before, right? Let's sum it here for me. Principal and interest, see here?
Mm-hmm.
So your principal is this. 6,000. No, this is your monthly. This is your annual. This is what you pay, 6,000 times 12. This is your annual. So your total payment is this. But in breaking it down, they're showing you what's going towards principal. I'm not seeing it here. They're giving me a range instead of giving me the actual. That's going towards the principal. Oh, see it here. So March 2021, the loan starts. Interest, she's paying out of the 6,000, 3,750 is in interest. The principal is 2,574. Property taxes, home insurance, HOA fee, which usually the Jamaican banks will ask you to pay to put that away too. But what you do, you ask them to drop it to a 25-year. So for a 25-year, you're gonna pay 7,113. Or like what Tony did, she asked them to drop it to a 15. I think it was a 15 or a 10-year. See if it was a 10-year, I asked them to drop it for. That look like the payment, right?
Yeah.
So I asked them to drop it to a 10-year, paid 14 and paid 14,000 a month instead of 6,000 per month. So you can do that. So you have 10 years to pay and ask them, but remember the debt service ratio. So for you to get them to say, yes, you can pay 14,000 a year, you must be earning 3 times this 14,484. Or
so you usually do that when you get like a pay increase.
Right. Yeah, when you get a pay increase, you get more money. The other way to deal with it, if you're working with National Housing Trust, can you pay it online? Pay to the principal online?
That I don't know.
You've never seen that option?
I've never tried.
So that's one way to pay it off quickly. By just simply asking the bank to change the term, the loan term, the length of time to pay. So they will recalculate it and tell you how much to pay. You're going to pay more, but as you notice, the loan completes quicker.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. Now, if you notice, this the less, I was referring to it earlier, the least term payment you get, so the less your mortgage term is, so this is 5 years. If you notice, more of the money goes to the principal up front.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the interest, right? So 23,000, more of it goes to the principal. That's why you pay it off quicker. And only 3,700 is for the interest. But if you let them stretch it to a 30-year, you pay 6,324. But less is going to the principal and more is going to the interest. Now with NHT, if you walk into NHT, which I don't even know if I'm letting you people like that, we were able to pay your mortgage. So you pay a mortgage. So your mortgage is 6,324, and you could now pay an additional 6,324 to the principal. You would just stick it and say this is the principal. They would not apply to the principal though if you owe the mortgage. They're gonna apply to the mortgage first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make sure you don't owe it. Another way to pay it off quickly is to just pay an extra 1 month mortgage every year. No, I need another calculator to show that. Can I get Excel from here?
Yeah. It's at the bottom of this screen, I think. So just minimize here.
Here?
Yeah, no. Let me do it.
Zans? File, new. Those of you with Excel, you can go File, New. Come here, Zan. You want to give them to me?
File new, and then what you want to do?
You go File, New, Template, New from Template. I need loan amortization, where that is. All right, so one there, mortgage calculator.
This one?
Yeah. Mortgage calculator. Hi, hi. Look who's here. He's look who's here. Look who's here. You want to go to him? Or you want to stay with grandma? You want to go to daddy? Or you want to stay with grandma? You want to stay with grandma? What's that? You want to look at? You want to stay?
All right, here it is.
All right, go to daddy's hands. All right, so buy hands later. All right, so the mortgage calculator. We're live with this calculator.
Yeah.
Let's change this to 10 million. Change this to 10 million. They change up the calculator. All right, interest rate is 7.5. Duration is 30 years. How much months is that? 30 times 12, somebody. 30 times 10 is 300. 30 times 12 is what's brilliant. The one that in months.
Oh, it's the 360 that's on the screen.
Oh, so this is 30 years.
Yeah.
Loan amount is 9 million because you put on 10% interest. You put on 10% deposit.
Oh, it's there already?
No, type in 9 million.
Monthly payment 62,000.
Change of this chart. I mean, it's not the one I want. The one that I want is the one that shows that you can make extra payments and pay down the loan quickly.
So it doesn't show there?
No, this is not the one I want. All right, so let me come out of this. Cancel. How you come out of this?
Just minimize it for now.
All right, so we need to do a search. All right, everybody. So you're going to do a search. Where's the search? Amortization, loan, amortization with extra payments.
Here it is.
Extra payments. Should I go with this one? Dave Ramsey have a calculator. All right. Did it come up? They're on the screen, right?
Yeah, they are. Okay, type it in.
See what I don't see the extra. The extra. No, that one. I need to find a loan amortization calculator that allows you to put in extra payments, right? And you will see how by putting in an extra payment. All right, so the loan amount is, put this into it, $10 million. The month is $360, which is 30 years. Interest rate is 7.5. So your payment is $69,921. So you're continuing paying your $69,921. You'd have paid a total of $25 million over the life of the loan. So you borrowed $10 million, and over the life of the loan at 30 years, you would have paid a total of $25 million, which includes your interest and your principal. Now, let us say you make one extra payment. You don't want to make it monthly. You just want to make it annually, one time for the year. And you decide that you're going to pay 1 month's mortgage. Yeah.
70,000.
Mm-hmm. You're paying that every anniversary. You're going to pay that. Brings a pop-up. Can everybody see it?
Yeah, they can.
I need a summary. So you actually pay 21 million as opposed to 25 million. But there is a. I have to find that.
Maybe you need to bring this screen bigger.
Hold on, I need to find. No, that not show me. It doesn't show me the summary of what I want.
So payment.
No, this is a monthly. The summary is down here, but I need to show them that you pay it off quicker.
Oh.
So you pay it off in 277. Hold on. You pay it off in 277 months instead of. Yeah, you pay it off in 277 months instead of 300 and. Was it 330? So even though you made only
360.
No, it's yearly, you paid it in 30 years. So even though you only made 30 payments, remember you're making one payment per year. But instead of having this loan for, what was it, 330?
Mm-hmm.
For 330 months.
360 months.
360 months.
You cut it short by 83 months.
Right. So you finish paying a loan based on that maths there in 277 months.
So you cut 7 years off in loan payment.
Right.
Okay.
Just by paying
one extra
payment per year. Now, let us say you really dive into this thing and say, yeah, man, I have to do this. You decided.
Change the annual.
The annual. So you wanted to pay twice per year, the 30,000, right? So if you pay it twice, just 2 more extra payments for the year. 2 more. One way you get your Christmas bonus and one on your birthday. All right. So instead of doing all these things, you would have actually finished paying this loan in 232 months. As opposed to 360 months. So much that them save.
10 years.
10 years, guys.
So you just by focusing. 10 years. Okay.
Yeah, just by focusing and paying that extra. But when you go to the bank to pay the extra money per month, per semi-yearly, so you said July and December or December alone, you must say to the bank, this money is to go on the principal.
Okay.
All right. You can take some more questions?
Yes, but we also need to tell them that I won't be here next week.
Oh, so you don't tell them? So you need to tell them that, special?
I won't be here next week.
You don't need to say. Tony won't be here next week. So I'm hoping Rachel was supposed to be in training today. And I know that she chickened out. I just hope that come Sunday next week, Rachel, when you are to be on YouTube Live. Rachel, you're listening to me? When you are to be on YouTube Live, that you understand this platform.
I'll try and teach her this tomorrow.
Yeah, and how to do it. Then let's look at the credit score. What's the other question? Any more?
Yeah, a lot of questions, but I don't think we're gonna get to them. Let's see what we can get to here. So there, Marjorie's telling us that the banks pull their own credits bureau report. Some private lenders may utilize the credit report system from the mortgage brokers. Okay.
Yeah, but you can pull your own credit report too.
Someone wants to know, Claudia, can you please let me know the lot size for Belacas? There are 2,500 square feet for the duplex. The single units were, what, 4,000 square feet? But those are basically finished. Hi guys, Glenroy Wilson wants to know, what is really the difference between primary owner and co-applicant?
Usually co-applicant is the person helping you to qualify for the mortgage. Or the person who is joining with you. So in Jamaica, Untitled, two people equal Untitled. Both of them own the property. Once the names go to the title.
Really?
Yeah. So if it's joint tenants, you own it equally under joint tenants. Tenants in common, you can stipulate that Toni-Ann owe 10%, me owe 3%, Rachel owe 50%, and Xander owe whatever percent. It must come up to 100.
Okay. So you're not equal on title in that case.
In that case, if it's tenants in common and you have stipulated, but some people don't stipulate. So, and if they don't stipulate on the tenants in common, they're going to look at it as if each person owns. So if it's 3 of you, each of you own 1/3. If it's 2 of you, each of you own 1/2, and so on.
Okay, so if it's a case where you and your sister are buying a property, maybe, and you're doing it tenants in common, and you're putting down more money versus your sibling, then you might want to stipulate.
Yeah. Okay. You might want to say that Toni-Ann owns 60% and Rachel owns 40%. All right. Any more questions? We have 2 minutes left on this. Somebody wants land in St. Anne's Bay for $6 million.
Someone wants to ask, what are the benefits of using a real estate agent to sell your home?
If you use me, I push for the highest. Right.
Something that's with a real estate agent, you get more exposure.
You get more exposure for the property. So you have more buyers coming forward. That's because real estate agents have at their disposal a lot of different places that they can put these real estate properties for sale, right?
Not only that, you may know 2 persons who may want to buy a property. A real estate agent can get hundreds or thousands of people to look at this property.
Right. So you get more exposure. That's the first thing. Also, if you're not able to negotiate with people, to get this thing sold, you want an aggressive agent like me.
Or sometimes you don't have the time either.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have the time. Sometimes you're not on the island too. And you want to get it sold. But the thing is, the timing is important. Eh? So you might have a property and you need to get it sold real fast. We have to set a price that will get it sold really fast. That's the thing. So we can't sell property that is not prime for prime money. That's the other thing. So if your property is not prime, the agents, we're just not miracle workers. We can't, some properties too show well, they look good, while others don't show well, they don't look good. Owners haven't done the upkeep, they haven't done what they're to do, so it just depends, guys, on the property. Anything else? We're on to the time. It's now 5 o'clock.
BWS Farm wants to know, how does one go about transferring one's NHT mortgage from one property to another when buying a new property? Can you transfer your NHT mortgage to another property? Not sure.
Not sure. You have to ask NHT.
Mm-hmm.
Why you want to transfer the NHT mortgage to a new property if you buy another property? Why not just pay out NHT and get your title in your hand?
Angie West, hi Claudia and Tony. What is still available in Hills of Draxall and what are the prices like?
I had one property up to last week, lot 47, and it was 145,000. You see? I have offer on it now though. So I don't have anything leaving Draxall. As I get them gone. I think we're fully sold out here now. Most persons, 90% of persons have gotten their titles. So anything is my roll up now for Hills of Draxall will be a resale. Mm-hmm. Those persons who jumped on the bandwagon with me when the place was bush, was in gully and hill and valley, and if you had used my walking stick for traverse the terrain, all these things. Thank you for jumping off the fence and for just taking a leap of faith and just saying yes and going with it. I've seen lots of developments. You put them out, you're able to buy, but you're hesitating. You hesitate. And in hesitating, the window closes on you and you can't buy it again. See it happen with Palmetto Estate. So many persons who WhatsApp me early, gave them the info. Some of them had about 2 persons who actually got a lot of choice and then email messing them saying not going through. Email back now and say them want a lot. Lots are gone. You can't hesitate when it comes to good real estate, especially prime. You're going to lose out, right? Mm-hmm. Jamaica is underdeveloped as a country. So you still have time to get your name on a title. Those of you who are young, the National Housing Trust is your friend. Both my daughters have taken their National Housing Trust, and Toni-Ann finished pay. I finished pay now. Just Rachel, she must step up to the plate and finish pay. But NHT is a friend. You want to take that loan within 1-2 years of you qualifying for the loan. Remember, you qualify 1 year. You want to buy the piece of real estate that you can afford. My motto is buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want. That's how you start. Don't fool around with that. Because a window of opportunity is going to close and you will not be able to those persons who bought a Waterford for argument's sake and everybody else. So it's a batches box and who bought a quad, and even those persons who buy a house now over St. Catherine Estates and all those little small schemes that NHD have and housing agency have. I say continue on your quest. If that's what you can afford, you buy it. Because you make this window pass you, it won't come back around. Not this one. Remember, Jamaica is an inflationary economy. Therefore, the price of goods and services and real estate will move, will go up. It's simply because we're an inflationary economy. So is Canada. So is UK. All those countries, inflationary economy. That's why the prices go up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on. Tony, remind me that time to look in the camera. I keep looking at the other screen. Here, so I must be looking. I want you to remember to buy assets. Buy something that will outlive you. Buy something that for generations to come they can have it to start their lives, not to be starting over and starting over, which is some of the problems that we have had in the past with our own parents, our own families who raised us. We keep having to start over. Don't let that happen to you, right? You're going to buy what you can afford. When it comes to the real estate, at the time, just buy what you can afford. 5 years from now, the same thing. Reassess your income, reassess your expenditure, buy what you can afford. Everybody listening to me, I want you to remember, buy assets and 50% of your income. 50% of your income. Yes, I said 50%. Even if you're only earning 100,000 a month, 50% of your income must go towards buying assets. Remember that. And real estate is not the only asset class. If you come jump into my Zoom session, which is now, we study as well real estate, finance, and wealth. So we do study what are different asset class. It's just that I am biased to real estate. You know, hear it in my voice. I'm just biased. But there are other asset classes, everybody. So,
yeah, but it's the easiest one to manage.
and it's the easiest one that they will give you a loan for. They're not giving you
The
a
other
loan
ones are
for the
giving you-
other
Give your heart
assets.
palpitations.
Yeah, and the other ones that give you a loan for it. You can't leverage and get a retrade loan. So everybody, thank you so much for coming on today. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Tony won't be here. I hope Rachel can manage this next week.
She will.
She's a fast learner, so
Yeah.
she should be able to manage. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Are we offline yet? Nope.